Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Danganronpa V3. Last time around, we had a grisly murder. The murder of Miyu. And now we're trying to get to the bottom of it. Alright, we actually start out tonight with a super chat from Ob Bandit, who says, love your content. By the way, I think the migration to YouTube will end up being better for you in the end. I actually hope so, Ob Bandit. I think that having all the content in one place actually would be beneficial. People not having to split, because really it used to be two communities. The Twitch streaming community, streaming viewers, and then the YouTube community on the other side. Now it's kind of like the best of both worlds together, but the thing is, you know what happens is that things get lost in translation. Not everyone came from Twitch to YouTube. In fact, you know, right now we have, what, 168 members? I had 900 subs on Twitch. You see what I'm saying? And definitely, I can tell you, the viewership's been down here. It is what it is. You know, on Twitch, you had a troll element that came in. You had people who were gifting subs to each other. You know, all kinds of stuff that doesn't exist here on YouTube. But I think overall, yes, if I stick with it and I continue to improve these streams as I have over the course of this last month, I think that things will get better over time and things ultimately will work out here. So, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Alright, let's get started. So, if you remember, Miyu is dead. Her avatar was somehow murdered in the virtual world. And the thing that threw us for a loop is we were investigating this up here. And we're like, oh, she was possibly up here when she died. And then when I saw this slope going off the left-hand side of the screen, I said, I think I know what happened. Alright, if you remember, her body was discovered the side of the right-hand side of the chapel or church. And here's what I want to just get you guys caught up on what's going on. In case you just weren't here, just give you a little bit of a refresher for last week. So, we have a map of this virtual world. By the way, here's the chapel. Her body was located on the right-hand side of the chapel, basically lying right there dead next to this wall, not moving. Okay? So, that being said, there was a loud noise that everyone heard, as if something smashed the side of the chapel. Everyone heard this noise, okay? So, where is the map? I need to find the map to show you. Oh, there's a lattice that was sitting next to the chapel as well. Alright. That's important to know. That lattice is actually quite important. And one thing that we brought up, that I remember that lattice used to be on the rooftop of the other house in the storage room. Okay? Toilet paper was sitting there for some reason. Why was there toilet paper sitting on the edge of the house? Okay? Here is the key. This is the absolute key to everything right here, is this map of the world. Because this is a map of the virtual world that Miyu made. This is not guaranteed to be true. This is the map that Miyu made and said, oh, this map is accurate. What we're going to surmise is that it's not. What I'm going to surmise is that that loading line that's in the middle of this map here actually is not the center of the map. The map is actually, on the left-hand side, the chapel. On the right-hand side, the mansion. And the two are actually right next to each other. Okay? Now, you wouldn't know that because it's a virtual world. It's a weird view, you know, especially if you're in a virtual world, things you're limited in what you can see. And the thing that was the dead giveaway of this was when the sign was thrown into the river, and the river somehow pushed the sign to the other side. Didn't make any sense. It's like, if we put that sign in the river and it flowed down the river, how did it get caught in the rocks backwards in the river? Because this map is wrong. This map actually is flipped. Okay? So what I surmised happened is someone met Miyu on the rooftop of the mansion. Okay? They had that screen, or whatever you want to call it, with them. Maybe it was Kokichi, because they were scheduled to have a meeting. See, when everyone was gathered at the chapel, Miyu told Kokichi to meet her at the rooftop of the mansion. So maybe it was Kokichi. I think that's what they're leaning towards, is that it was Kokichi that murdered her. Okay? Now, a couple questions we don't know the answers to. The cell phone and the hammer. Perhaps the cell phone was used to warp Kaito back to the real world. Maybe Kaito was stumbling upon Miyu and Kokichi having their secret meeting. She used the cell phone to warp him back because he said that he was kicked out of the game against his will. Maybe that's what happened with Kaito. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I have no idea why Miyu had a hammer with her when she was found dead. I don't know if the hammer was down at the chapel or that was something she had in her hand. But what I'm surmising happened is they're gonna show. I just saw it. Where was the? Where's the picture again? There it is. Okay. Here's what I think happened. Miyu was meeting either with Kokichi or someone else on the rooftop. Alright? something went wrong. Whether it was a disagreement between her and Kokichi, whether it was actually her and Kaito, something went wrong. There was a struggle and or an intended murder here. Somehow she was on the rooftop, okay? Over here, got pushed over the edge on that mat, basically used that mat, that screen, as a slide or a even sled, and went careening down the side of this icy rooftop and hit smack dab face first into the wall of the chapel and died that way. But again, we don't have much information. We know that Kaito came up here and he claims he was warped out of the game against his will. Was it him that was involved? Or was he inadvertently warped out by Miyu with her phone? Was it really Kokichi? Because Kokichi had a scheduled meeting with her up here. We don't know if they ever actually met on the rooftop or not. So we don't know. There's a lot of unanswered questions. I think I figured out how the murder happened. Miyu was up here. Somehow she ended up on the screen, got pushed down this ledge like a sled, and went face first into the chapel, and that caused her death. But why she had a hammer, why the phone was on her, who really did it, I don't have any answers for any of this stuff. Zero. I'm very confused about all of this. Now, Broccoli Rob says, how does that explain her choking asphyxiation if it was an impact death? I don't know, because we actually don't know the rules of the virtual world, right? We don't. We don't understand the rules of the virtual world. Perhaps what happened was that when you die in the virtual world, your body finds ways to shut down. Or perhaps, and this is another what if that we don't know, okay? Perhaps someone murdered her in real life and then set this whole thing up on the rooftop to cover it up. So maybe someone did poison her or choke her and murder her in the room with the computer setup, the game setup, murdered her, and then came back into this world and set up the thing with her avatar to make it look like that's how she died, to cover their own tracks. The problem with that is we have a login record, and we don't see any of that. It looks like everyone logged in, logged out. The only person who got kicked out early was Kaito, and he never went back in. So how could he cover up for his own... How could he cover up for a murder he did if he never went back into the game? You know, it would almost be like someone left the game, committed the murder, and then someone stayed in the game to cover it up. Could it be Kaito and Kokichi worked together to murder Miyu? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But maybe we'll find out tonight. Okay, that's it. Let's go back. Let's see how the game progresses, because I have no idea how it's going to progress. What if Miyu committed Sudoku? Well, then she must be very intelligent, because those Sudokus can be pretty damn tricky. Let me tell you, I used to do them myself. Okay, let's get out of here. It's just you and me. We should log out. By the way. Oh, okay, I want to make sure I wasn't talking over voice. By the way, did something happen between you and Kaito? Huh? What? Well... When he logged out a while ago, he looked like he was in a bad mood.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, that's probably my fault. Okay. Shuichi sai hard. Okay. Ah. I pulled the device off my head and the real world appeared before me. How is Maki up on her feet? She was still in the virtual world. Well, Shuichi, isn't the real world way better than some virtual reality? Anyway, I feel so lonely without you around. I apologize for making me feel unloved. What?
Hey.
There's something I wanted to ask you. I totally didn't draw anything on your tummy while you were logged in, okay?
Huh?
What?
It's a lie.
I'm kidding. So what is it you wanted to ask? Oh my god.
Is that alright?
You planned to meet Miyu on the roof, right? Did you end up meeting with her? Okay. Oh, so you know about that, Shuichi. Impressive, Mr. Ultimate Detective.
Okay.
Soul Steel, I've seen the movie Knives Out on Amazon Prime, and I really think it's a great movie. I saw it a couple months ago. Thanks for the recommendation, though. Then I'll tell you what happened. Alright, I never met up with Miyu. I couldn't get to the rooftop because it was locked.
Huh?
Locked? After I gave up and went back to the salon to search for the secret of the outside world. Is that true, Kokichi? Huh? Are you doubting me? Can someone verify that you were at the salon the entire time? Did you meet anyone there? No, I don't have a witness.
Right?
Well, you could say there's no witness who can prove I wasn't there.
Hey!
Unless you saw the salon empty yourself.
Anyway.
It's up to you whether you want to believe me or not.
Shuichi!
But you shouldn't doubt me like that. We're partners. Oh, Lord. Alright, Carlton Jr. got the contribution started tonight with a $1.30 tip, and he says the following. Another thing I think you missed is Gonta is confused and doesn't remember going to the virtual world. His chords might have been mixed up. Really? Really? He said that? What's weird about that, though, is that he was in the virtual world. He was walking around and talking in the virtual world. How could he have been there and had no issues, then left and forgot all about it? Right? I don't know. I don't recall that. I guess we'll see if anything like that comes out at the trial, which I'm sure we're about to go to soon. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. Okay. All right. Thank you, Carlton Jr., for the first contribution of the night. Here's the 200 more of those. Okay, which one is it? Did Gokichi meet with Miyu or not? Is he lying or is he telling the truth? Okay. Which is it? Gokichi in the salon has been added to the truth bullets section of your mana path. I'm interested in the results of Monotaro's research. Oh, he's standing right here. Duh. I didn't see him there. Okay. Let's see. Ben says, I just started playing Fallout 4. Can I play the main story without doing stupid Fortnite building shit? To my knowledge, if I'm remembering correctly, there were critical points in the story where you had to do the fort building because you had to survive against waves of enemies that were attacking certain forts. I don't remember it being a giant issue or taking a lot of time. I remember maybe a couple of missions where it was required, but never do I remember it being like a huge hassle where you had to keep doing it over and over. The big hassle is that they keep contacting you from those forts saying, oh, they're under attack, they need help, they're under attack, they need help. But you can literally just ignore the shit out of it and then just play the game normally and not have to worry about it. I think if you actually do defend them all properly or whatever, you do get like achievement points and stuff, but it's not a huge deal. So Red Ranger number 1, I'm the one myself who called out that this computer looks like a giant Xbox original model. It absolutely does. Okay, here we go. I've been waiting for you, Shuichi. I'm sure Maki already told you, but I finally finished analyzing the program.
Okay.
I'm starting to put together a lot of important facts, so here they are. He really is trying to be our friend, at least a little bit.
So.
First, the person who tampered with the program was Mommy, like we suspected. Mommy was an eccentric way of writing her code, so I knew it was her right away.
Oh.
Stream buffering? You guys are saying you're seeing some stream buffering? Perhaps my signal did fluctuate a little bit there. I'm seeing it did go down to about 6,000, then jumped up to like 8,000 bits again. It does say excellent connection on my end, though. A little annoying. Sorry about that, guys. You know, if you're seeing a little bit of buffering, sorry, I don't really see anything too consistent as an issue on my end. Okay, shout out to Matthew. Whoa, I didn't mean to hit this. Shout out to Matthew, who has done a $5 tip. He says, I had a dream. I passed my coworker Ralph his laundry detergent in his car to help him with his laundry at Laundromat Quest. I'm getting dream variety in the category of helping. So you're dreaming constantly about helping people? I mean, I guess that's a nice thing. That must be a pleasant thought, right? That you're actually just helping out others. I mean, that's certainly not a bad dream unless it feels more like a hassle to help people. That's interesting. Well, Matthew, thank you for the $5 tip. I couldn't even tell you the last dream I had. I don't remember it. I usually don't remember my dreams these days. When I was younger, I remembered my dreams a lot. Usually I just don't remember them. I forget about them by the time I wake up. And usually if I remember one, it's because it's like crazy nuts. Like ridiculous over-the-top nonsense. Yo, stupid shit. Also, shout out to Phil Smokes Crack, who tipped me $4.20. Says, hey, Phil, question on a real note. What job would you try to get if you had to stop streaming for good right now? I don't even know because, sadly, I don't know what's available. I would have to do research. I have no idea what's available in this part of the country. Nor do I know what I would even be considered qualified for. I can't just answer a question like that off the top of my head because I need to actually look into it. So, there you go. I don't know, man. Although, admittedly, I don't see how that could ever happen. Like, how could I ever not be able to stream? Even if I got banned from all the major places, there's minor places you can do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't foresee that ever happening. If there's an audience that wants to see me stream, I will find a means to do it. I don't think that it would ever be, oh, I can't do it anymore. It would be more like I make the decision I don't want to do it. You see? Okay. Let's continue now with the story. Here we go. So I guess her personality wasn't the only eccentric thing about her.
Got a minute?
What did she tamper with? A few things, but I'll share the first one with you. Okay.
So,
It looks like Mommy deleted a lot of objects from the Killing Game Simulator. I told you, all those things that were sparkling were probably objects that used to be there, and then she either deleted them or changed them. She said she deleted anything that could be used as a weapon. But in that case, why is there a hammer?
okay.
That's true, only the hammer was left, but why was it left? The way the program was written makes it seem like she did it on purpose. On purpose, she wanted to use the hammer for something, but what?
Then,
Did she add anything? We found a cell phone in the virtual world. No, that cell phone was an original feature of the program. Okay. That implies you hid that fact from us, which means all Mommy added were the 2 maps. The rest was already part of the program.
By the way,
While we were talking about objects, I wanted to ask you something. We used the signboard to cross the river, but could we have used something else as a bridge? I don't really see anything that can be used as a bridge across that river. Only that signboard could have been used as a bridge. What's the next thing she tampered with?
okie dokie.
Looks like she also tampered with certain parameters of the program. This week, I suspected she had messed with stuff.
huh?
Parameters? Everything in that program is categorized as either a human or a non-human object. Okay? Of course, everyone's avatar is assigned as human parameter.
Really?
For some reason, Mommy gave her avatar the non-human object parameter. What the?
That's...
And what happens when you become an object? The difference is only for identification purposes, so it probably didn't affect anything.
Well,
If it didn't affect anything, then why would she have gone out of her way to do it? Exactly, she wouldn't have. Perhaps it has something to do with the next thing she tampered with, okay?
So,
Mommy added a wall that didn't originally exist in the program. Yeah, that wall is going to be the wall at the edge of the world, where it really isn't the edge, it's the middle of the map between the mansion and the chapel. She made that seem like the edge of the world by creating a wall there. That's what I know. That for a fact I figured out myself. Okay. Here we go. The coordinates of the virtual world are represented as an x-axis and a y-axis. It seems Mommy added a wall that runs the length of the y-axis.
Huh?
She created an additional wall. There were walls in all 4 directions and 2 down the y-axis.
Hey,
You're positive there's only one?
okay.
It was definitely the only one. What does that mean? Which wall was the one Miyu added? What was the world like originally? Miyu said there wasn't anything past the wall. Well, is that another lie? Yes, absolutely it was a lie. Also, it looks like that extra wall was given a special setting. A setting that allows non-human objects to pass through it. It allows objects through... Ah, there you go. So Miyu could go to the edges of this world and walk right through. She could go from the mansion to the chapel or the chapel to the mansion and not be blocked by this wall because she was considered a non-human object. The walls apparently only apply to the humans, not inanimate objects. So she was technically the only one who could have died the way that she did, flying from the mansion to the chapel. Anyone else would have been hit by the wall. You see? Huh, it's interesting. Okay.
I see.
It's very interesting.
Hey.
Are those all the things she tampered with? There's one more thing. One of you guys also has a strange setting given to their avatar.
Huh?
A strange setting?
Okay.
The setting made it so they would be unable to move if Mommy touched them. What? Okay.
then...
So if Miyu touched them, their avatar would be paralyzed.
hey,
Who was it?
Oh.
It was Kokichi. It's me, I didn't know that. Duh, I wouldn't know. I never touched Miyu in that world. I see, I didn't even notice.
Okie dokie.
That's all I have to report. Do you think it'll help you guys out?
Okay.
I wonder, okay, I wonder if Mew was actually trying to murder Kokichi. If you remember, before we all went into the virtual world, Kokichi was basically making threats. He was like, if you guys don't take it seriously, then I'm gonna kill people and stuff. He was basically saying really fucked up stuff. So maybe Mew felt that he was a threat, and if she offed him, then everyone else would be more safe. I don't know. But it sounds to me like her plan was to get him to go up to the rooftop. And then she was gonna push him off the rooftop so he would slide between worlds or whatever, and maybe he would die by hitting the wall in between. That's what she thought, maybe. Oh, he'll slide down the rooftop and die by hitting the wall in between. But she didn't realize somehow he never ended up there. Somehow he said he couldn't get to the rooftop because the rooftop was locked. Maybe it was actually Kaito. Maybe Kaito went up there, pushed her, she ended up dying, and then Kaito said, oh, I'll cover my tracks by using this phone to dial myself out, you know, early or something. I don't know. It's very confusing. I'm just hypothesizing, and this could all be dead on correct, and this could be the furthest possible thing from the truth. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. Okay. So that helps a lot. Mew's avatar has been added or updated to the truth bullet section of your mana pad. Okay. Wall added by Mew added to the truth bullet section of your mana pad. Got it. Setting on Kokichi's avatar added to the truth bullets. Got it.
Ah.
Oh, I should probably tell you this too, though it's probably not related to the case.
So.
Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. Really? An error. The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide details. Something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in.
Well,
I don't think anyone's avatar was acting strange, though. What kind of error could it be? That's important information. Avatar error added to the truth bullet section of the mana pad. The hell does that mean? Avatar error. Huh. I don't know. It's getting interesting, though. And here comes the class trial, I bet. Alright, everyone, time for the class trial. You know that thing where everyone stands in a circle and talks about the dead body.
And talks about the dead body.
God damn it, he started talking. I didn't realize it. I talked over him.
Low energy? Me?
Duh.
No, I'm excited. Really. I'm just taking a little break right now. When I'm done, I'll be my usual energized self. Yep, I'll be way more energized. Anyway, that's all.
Okay, then.
Hey!
You seem like you're not into it at all. We don't have to do the class trial, you know. But it's gonna start, huh? We no can't stop it anymore.
You're right.
No, we can't.
So.
This is all I can tell you guys, but I don't want any of you to forget. I'm your friend.
What?
He just decided we're friends.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goto feels relieved. Don't worry, Monotaro. Shuichi will get revenge for Mew's death.
That's so mean.
And he'll get that revenge by finding the culprit among us. He's right. The culprit is someone here.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. When the class trial's over, I hope we can all get to know each other better. That's the kind of line that triggers a death flag.
Okay.
I want a fresh start. I want to make up for my past mistakes.
Wait,
That too.
I.
Meeting you all has really...
Sorry.
Sorry, it's nothing. I'll save it for after the class trial is finished. The flag is rising. What was that? I think I heard something over there.
All right.
I'll go check it out myself.
So long. Farewell.
Alright. Get out of here.
what did you say?
It's waving in the wind!
This is stupid.
Quit screwing around. Let's hurry up and go.
Going to do his best.
Going to do his best. Going to will do his best to be even a little bit useful for everyone.
Wow.
I'm so excited. I'll definitely expose the culprit this time. What's so exciting about this? With conflicting emotions in our hearts, we headed to the Shrine of Judgment. All right. Well, all right. Excuse me. Okay. I guess she's dead. She's really dead. We're out of here. We're never coming back to this freaking room. Let's get the fuck out of here. So the question was there even a clue? God. Was there even a clue to the outside world in there? Or was it all a lie to begin with to get them in there and then have someone die, right? Because remember, there's been other things that have been motives in the game that were kind of like red herrings, right? Like, maybe it was all bullshit. It could be. Why'd it have to be a giant original Xbox? Why couldn't it be a giant Xbox Series X? Oh, that's right, because the Xbox Series X did not exist when this game was made and it released in 2017. I forgot. This game's a 2017 game. It's very dated. You can tell all the references. This is before COVID, before the Black Lives Matter movement, before what else? What other things have happened in the last few years? Before President Biden? Before what? What? What else can we say? Hasn't happened. Or hadn't happened in 2017. Before MLB? What? No. What are you talking about? Before Howard told us about 4,000 Sweet Little Lies? Maybe? That's right, before the Bethesda buyout. Before the Bethesda buyout of Microsoft. That's correct. Yes, happy Juneteenth, everybody. Correct. Today is Juneteenth. The first ever national holiday. Alright, here we go. I see Soul Still's trying to cause drama. Congrats. Nice. Thanks for trying. Before Cyberpunk 2077 was a flop. There you go. Before many epic things that have happened. Before The Last of Us 2 controversy, there was Danganronpa V3. A full 3 years before. Okay. Who would have thought? Who would have thought these things would happen? Right? No one. No one could surmise. Anyway, it looks like that's everyone. Is everyone? There's a lot less of us now.
It's plain to see.
This is just half of what we started with.
Unfortunately.
Because we followed the game. We allowed the game to continue. We must stop it somehow.
Right?
We can't stop now. We have to let the fun... We can't let the fun end.
Don't.
Cut it out. I'm certain this trial will be the last one.
Hey.
Let's focus on surviving this class trial first.
Yes.
You're right. If we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. It'd just be the culprit left.
But...
That might be okay. Maybe that's just another way to stop the killing game. Okay. If we all die, okay. Ugh. I'm just kidding. If we all died, then the killing game would end.
What?
Don't say stupid crap like that. It's pointless if we all die.
Okay.
Well, we don't have to worry. We've got the ultimate detective on our side.
You're right.
It's time for the detective to shine. Shuichi, please keep up the good work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do my best. All right. I have to keep it together. This is the only time my talent can shine. I'm not just saving my life. Everyone's life is on the line. That's right. If I can't find the truth here, everyone will be sacrificed. And I will never let that happen.
Come on, man.
Hey, Shuichi, you're getting all tense.
Huh?
What?
I mean,
Didn't I tell you before? Shuichi, don't carry the burden all...
Get it?
And didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaido?
huh?
Huh? What's your problem?
You really
We're
don't.
all relying on Shuichi to carry our ass to the class trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over. You're bothering him.
You know.
I think that's the most annoying thing that you can do, Shuichi. You know that?
Huh?
Or that you can do to Shuichi. Excuse me, I read that wrong. What do you mean? I'm not...
Shut up.
Kokichi, you're annoying.
Please don't.
Whoa, Killer Girl's glaring at me. I was only kidding around. Maki's glare seemed to do the trick, and Kokichi turned around, dejected. He shut the fuck up.
Jeez.
Finally, that pest is gone. Thanks, Maki Roll. Just suck it up, Kaido. Now's not the time to be bickering with each other.
Got it.
My bad, sorry. Kaido, I'm okay. Huh?
Well.
I know what you want to say, Kaido. You don't have to worry.
I believe in you.
I see. In that case, I'll believe in you and won't say anything else. Okay.
Shuichi.
If you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaido. Alright, it's trial time. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Rumble in the jungle. Here we go. You know, it must be pretty expensive to have to keep putting that pop back every time he crushes it. Doesn't look cheap, it's pretty big. When you go like you know, Home Depot for that, it'd probably cost you like $100 and keep breaking it.
Let's do it.
Not to mention the water cost. of doing this giant elaborate waterfall shit. Anyway, alright, let's go. Yeah! All 8 of us got into the elevator. Here we go. The door shut behind us. My foot got caught in the door. Was severed on the way down. Ouch. And that's how they call me Stubbs for the rest of my life. And like all those times before, we descended. Alright. It was dead quiet. The only soul I could hear was the beating of my heart in my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. There's no way to get used to it, really, the fear of death. We were all fighting it, trying to be courageous. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution. No, not an execution. A test of our will to survive. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. Alright. As I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling. There you go. One time I said I'm Italian, from which part? If I'm remembering correctly, my mother used to tell me that our family came from Foggia, Italy. Foggia. That's what she told me, I believe. Foggia, Italy. So there you go. Okay. So I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling. Alright.
Welcome!
Go ahead and stand behind any open podium. Move your asses. You don't want to see what I'll do to you if you keep Father waiting. Why does he have a big lump all over his face? Look.
Huh?
Wait, is he back to normal?
Why?
Oh, you're not friend anymore? You jerks must feel pretty slick, using Monotaro's forgetfulness to befriend him.
Nah.
He just decided on his own that we were friends.
You bastards!
But I won't let you guys treat Monotaro anymore because he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Daddy's side, but now he's forgotten that he had forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. Great. Thanks to me, because I smacked the stuffing out of him. Yeah, how confusing. Well, whatever.
Really?
I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as a killer. It's dangerous. I'm gonna go lock myself in my room. Maybe even set up a barricade. That's another death flag.
Anyway,
Let's get started. The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. Ha-ha! We went to our podiums as always. We knew what we had to do. There was no protest left in us. Alright. Alright. It's already the 4th time. The 4th class trial is about to begin. Yes. Miu Iruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. It's a tragedy after all. She helped me and Kaede with those cameras, gave Kibo extra functions. In the end, she did a lot for us. The culprit that killed her is one of us. Well, it's not one of the 3 dead people. I need to discover who that is. Me too. Whoa! In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. And I will fight for it. Alright. I fight with truth and lies in this class trial. You do that. No, don't need to say. Alright, guys, we're heading into the trial. Alright. I want to say thank you to everyone who has contributed. Wow, I was just about to say thanks to people who contributed, then Matthew contributed. He gave me $5, said I had a dream where Anna from Metro Exodus becomes my girlfriend. Here we go again. Alright, well, Matthew, congratulations. You certainly have quite the harem of girlfriends in your dreams. And, you have a nice, healthy imagination, and I guess that's a good thing. You know? Okay. Thank you, Matthew, for the $5 tip. That gets us up to $15 in tips tonight, and Matthew, indeed, is actually the top contributor with 2 $5 tips. Thanks to everyone who's contributed so far. Again, guys, this is the last night, the home stretch for me to rely solely on tips, and I do need as much as possible for tomorrow. If you can tip me tonight, because you like the stream, I would really appreciate it. Once I come back, hopefully on Monday, I'll get paid by YouTube, and then things will be back to normal. All right, but please, tonight, if you like the content, please tip me if you can, and thanks in advance. All right, here we go. Okay, save up. Okay, let's go. The students enter a virtual world to try and find the truth to the outside world, but somehow, Miu is killed. Ah! Okay. I don't think I have anything new. Like, I'll check, but I'm almost positive I've got, like, nothing going. I have 6 points. So if I wanted to, it looks like I can equip one more thing that's a very low requirement, right? Like downshift. Slows down the speed. No, I need to speed up. Is there anything 4 points? See, Miko's ability silences all conversations except those in the reticle is on, effective during mass panic debate. Okay. Just a peek. The entire screen will light up more frequently during Hangman's Gambit. Clear Mind. Increases the amount of letter cubes that can be acquired at once, effective during Psych Taxi. Now that's, you don't need that. Makes it easier to push the opponent back during Blade Lock, effective during rebuttal showdowns. That could help a bit. Removes the time penalty for bringing a non-erasable piece, effective during Imagination Excavation. I don't even know what that is. What in the hell is Imagination Excavation? You know what? I don't even know what that is, so let's equip it. I don't even know. And that's it, I can't afford anything else because, I said it now. Yeah, I only have 2 points left, and nothing is 2 points. Everything's more than that, so I guess we're done. Right? I don't want to go upshift and downshift and then negate each other. What's the point? Right? Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Soulsteel says, I know you hated Miu's character, but do you think there'll be a void in the game now that she's gone? Well, she served a purpose, even though she absolutely was obnoxious with the things that she said, and she was always over the top trying to get, you know, saying, oh, look at me, I'm beautiful, which of course I bet most people didn't even believe, but she just kept saying it, and then she would say disgusting sexual things. She actually was a pretty useful character in the game, like they said. She made the drone for the first game that got all the pictures in the library. She had designed multiple things for them over the course of the game, right? She improved Kibo. She did all these things that have come up as ways to help them in the class trials and stuff. So, in reality, she was a helpful character that was just obnoxious to put up with, you know? So, okay. Oh, good. So William Allison says, Imagination Excavation is the one where you have to find the object hidden under those blocks. And now, I will not lose 5 seconds for removing a single block. Oh, that's great. I always, that's the one I failed multiple times. So maybe that'll help a lot. Okay.
Screw it. This is tiresome.
Duh, he's so tired. He doesn't want to do it.
You need more motivation.
I do. I really, really do.
Wow.
Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Oh, if there's a tie? Yeah, we never actually thought about that. Shout out to Reyes Sensei, who tipped me $10. Biggest tip of the night so far. Thank you. He says, how's it going? Quick question for you. I can't decide if I like Shuichi or not as a protagonist when compared to Makoto from Danganronpa 1 and Hajime from Danganronpa 2. What's your opinion? I think he's good. I don't think that, you know, does he have a ton of personality? No. But then again, I don't think that the protagonist really have it. The protagonist is really kind of like the placeholder for the player, right? So, not having an overtly strong personality perhaps allows you to put yourself into the shoes of the character a little bit more. Maybe if he was a little bit more opinionated or strong-willed or whatever, then it would be harder for you to pretend like you're there. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say, for example, the main character of the game was some kind of an obnoxious guy wearing gaudy clothes, and he had a catchphrase like, let's riv it up, bros! And he just kept saying stupid shit like that constantly. You're not going to put yourself in the shoes of a character like that. You see what I'm saying? It's so polarized, over the top. Okay, that's a character. Like, if Kokichi was the actual main character of the game, you probably wouldn't necessarily be able to put yourself in the shoes of Kokichi. He's a weirdo. He's a liar. He does all this weird stuff to try to get his way, and a lot of people probably don't like this character. They think he's more of like a villain than anything else, or an annoyance. So obviously having a character who maybe has a little bit less strength to him, is a little bit more of kind of almost like a template, a placeholder, allows you to put yourself into the shoes of that character. He's a detective. He wants to save everyone. That's it. He's a goody two-shoes detective, and he doesn't really have much else to him, right? So there you go. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Rather than, let's rev it up! And he just says it every 5 seconds. Everyone hates him. Why would you want that as your main character? I have no idea where I got that from either. But anyway, I always felt that the main characters of Danganronpa were kind of like that they weren't the strongest characters on purpose, okay? You notice everyone else in the whole game is more colorful than the protagonist. Always. More to them, more unique characters, backstories, everything. The main character is usually the most boring, right? Okay, thank you Reyes Sensei for the $10 tip. I appreciate that. Let's continue on. Let's rev it up.
Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the Blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
So wait a minute. As long as one of them is correct, it's fine. Now, wait a minute. Now, that's bullshit. And here's why I say that's bullshit, okay? So how many people are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. There's 8 kids left, okay? So what Kokichi's saying is, what if it's 4 and 4? The vote. He's as long as one of the people who was voted for is actually the Blackened, it's fine. You could totally break that logic and say, did everyone vote for someone different? If every one of the 8 votes for another one of the 8 and no one gets 2 votes, everyone has 1 vote, it's an 8-way tie, and therefore one of them's the Blackened, and they're all safe. So that is bullshit. That should not be a rule, and I wonder if that's what they meant with that, or if they maybe, I don't know, maybe that's not exactly what they're trying to say, because that would be a really cheap way out of it, right? Oh, good evening, local nomad. Good to see you here tonight. Welcome. Okay.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Jeez.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Shit.
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here!
Probably Rob says the Blackened still gets killed. 8-way tie probably means everyone gets killed. Well, no. Only the Blackened would be killed. Think of it this way. 8-way tie means that the Blackened is guilty and would get killed and everyone else would survive. So I guess technically it would never happen, because if you were the Blackened, right? If you were the Blackened, then obviously you would never vote for yourself, and you wouldn't want to vote for someone else to tip the voting to be even, because then you would get killed anyway. You would want to have to fuck the vote up to make sure that someone else got 2 votes who was not the Blackened. And if you're the Blackened, you know you're the one who did it, so you know that you're doing the right thing if you vote for anyone else, but you'd have to guarantee that someone else was also going to vote for that person to tip the scales in their favor. Right? Yeah. That's right, because that's what the Blackened wants. The Blackened wants to get off the hook and not get caught out. So. Alright. Really? Now, wait a minute. Hold on a second here. Seriously. Edwin Eisman says, let's rev it up. Actually comes from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. But Yusei Fudo, the protagonist, wasn't annoying. He was probably the second favorite protagonist of all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. I made that up. I made that phrase up. I didn't take that from Yu-Gi-Oh! I've never heard or seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever in my life. I made the phrase up. So, that's an amazing coincidence that is actually the catchphrase of a character of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I was just making a point, is that if someone was like colorful and obnoxious and unique, maybe you would find yourself in a very harder position to put yourself into the shoes of that person as the protagonist of the game. Do you see? Soul Steel, we have absolutely no idea where we're eating out tomorrow. None. We may be eating dirt off the ground. We might be having McDonald's. Or we could be eating dual lobsters, sucking the meat out of each tail like this. Succulent butter squirting down our bodies. I don't know. We need to think about it yet. Chances are we're not eating dual lobsters. It's too expensive. Plus, if you're not aware, tomorrow is Father's Day in the United States, which likely means we're probably not eating out at all. Likely what that means is we're going out doing what we want to do, come home and ordering in, so that way we don't have to deal with the crowds, because most restaurants are probably going to be booked for Father's Day. So there you go. Okay, anyway. So she doesn't want to die. Good. Good for you.
Oh my! Himiko has become so determined!
Alright.
It's true! people really do change.
Yeah, she has changed over the course of the game, right?
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify.
Kaito's the culprit.
No.
What? Say that to my face!
He just accuses him in front of everyone. That's great.
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that?
The-
Trusted people can still kill, you know.
That's true. Every trial, going to is like, oh no, I don't believe that they do it. That they did it. I don't believe that they did it. That's right.
We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
The fact that Kaido was the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. All right, here we go. Oh crap! I gotta look at these.
Kaito logged out first.
Monokuma, I gotta read through all these. So, Miuruma, victim's body discovered in the computer room on the 4th floor of the school, 6:30 a.m. No injuries are on her body. Alright, Kaido's account. Kaido was the only one logged in from the logged out from the virtual world while he was looking for the secret of the outside world on the mansion's rooftop. A ring of light appeared around his feet and he was suddenly logged out against his will. Not knowing if it was okay to log back in or not, he went to his room and he slept. Okay. The bottle of poison from the Ultimate Detective's lab was found on Kokichi's seat. The poison is neutralized if it is mixed with anything, but it is still quite dangerous. Even a small amount will kill someone. It causes subjunctival hemorrhaging, making its victim's eyes completely bloodshot. What's so dumb is they never looked at her eyes, so we don't know. Because they never looked at Miyu's eyes, we don't know if maybe she was poisoned or not. No one looked into them to see if they were bloodshot, which is stupid. Matthew took me another $5 and he says, had a cinematic dream where Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain smiled at me. Wow. Alright, Matthew. Well. Congrats. Alright, thank you for the $5 tip, Matthew. I don't really have much else to say about that one. Alright, thank you for that. It's $30 now and counting. Thank you. Alright, here we go. So that's that. And then we've got Killing Game Simulator. The Killing Game Simulator text file contained the following information. Objects cannot break. Avatars cannot be injured. However, the body's 5 senses are connected to the avatar, and any damage an avatar takes is felt by the user's real body. If an avatar takes fatal damage, the real body dies from shock. So the avatar itself won't break, but the person's real body will. Besides that, the virtual world is the same as the real world down to the laws of physics. There are no special travel methods such as vehicles or warps. Alright. Now, we gotta figure this out.
Logged in, though.
Wrong button.
That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible.
Oh, we have to... No, I don't want that. We have the hammer as well. Found on the ground by Mew's avatar, Mew claims she had rewritten the virtual world program to delete all dangerous objects and use as weapons, but yet there was a hammer,
We
which makes no
found that
sense.
bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
Any last words? Okay.
What do you mean last words?
We need to decide if Mew was killed in the real world or the virtual world, which we don't know, right? Oh, let's see here. Geek Generalist says if we saw our eyes, if they were red, we would have noticed. I mean, they didn't really show the eyes at all, right? They really didn't show the eyes. Turtle Dude is here to me $1.30. He said, boom, it's turtle time. Shell to the yeah, and shout out to Shroud. All right, there you go, Turtle Dude. Thank you so much for the tips tonight. Let's get that on the leaderboard. All right, oops. As for shouting out Shroud, you can't do that here because he's not on YouTube. I think he went back to Twitch after Mixer closed, right? So you'd have to go to another site to shout him out. No one's gonna get that message to him here. I'm sorry. All right. So let's try this again.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in. That's when you poisoned her, right?
He poisoned her.
Kaito culprit? Impossible! Of course it's impossible, because I didn't... I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat,
This is all correct.
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do here. We have to decide if Mew was killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's where the problem lies.
Kaito logged out first by himself.
And I know what I'm gonna
Mew
try.
was still logged. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
I was late.
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat.
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
I think we have to say, I think we have to throw the... Can I see emojis on tips? Yes, I see a bunch of turtle emojis on that tip, Turtle Dude. I did see it. Yes, thank you. It shows up in my queue. I get to see all the emojis you used. I think we have to say it's the Monokuma file, because the Monokuma file explains how when you die in one, you die in the other or whatever. I think we have to toss that at the first opportunity here. Let's see.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in, though.
Not there. Mew was logged in.
That's when you poisoned her.
Poisoned her. That's what I gotta throw this at. No? Didn't work. You still live on the poison bottle. Even the smallest amount can kill. Especially agony on her face. It looked like symptoms of poison. Which is why Kaido's the culprit. Nah, it didn't work then. So I didn't do it, Shuichi. Brought me up here. You need to think it over again.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in, though.
Okay.
That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
You poisoned her.
Kaito culprit? Impossible! Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
Well, yeah.
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do here.
Any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Oh, use a barrel emoji for barrel shroud? Oh, you know what happened, Turtle Dude? The barrel didn't load. All the turtle emojis loaded, not the barrel emoji. So all I saw was like an erroneous square and then shroud. So I thought you were shouting out the streamer Shroud and not your friend Barrel Shroud. My bad. So what if I have to do a lie right from the start, right?
Mew was still logged. That's when you poisoned her.
I'm gonna try to lie instead. Nope, that didn't work either.
I was wrong!
I don't know what to do. We're at the very beginning, and I don't know what to do. This sucks. Shit.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible! Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito.
Or we can lie about the
last
poison?
words?
Can we lie about the poison being on
last
Kokichi's
words?
seat? Let's try
Kaito
that.
logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaido?
Kaito culprit? Impossible! Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on
Oh, no. It doesn't work either. It wasn't just Kaido's pathetic plan to divert our attention away from him. I don't know what they want me to do.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Miu was still logged in, though. That's when he poisoned her.
Let's try this. Oh, that worked. I lied. A perjury on poisoned her. Let's try this. I'm just trying different shit. Okay.
Kokichi, Miu couldn't have been killed with poison. And it's much too early to decide that Kaito is the culprit.
But why? I think it's already too late. You guys are taking so long to realize that people can kill others in a snap.
I know Kokichi hasn't forgotten about that. He's just pretending. That? Alright, Kokichi, I'll play your game. If you're going to lie, I will too. He lied?
Have you forgotten? The bottle we found at the scene was an antidote, not a poison.
What? That's a complete lie.
It's not like Miu could have been killed by an antidote.
What? Are you serious here? Come on, Shuichi. That bottle definitely had poison in it. Didn't we check the label?
Yeah. I know that expression. Kokichi's toying with me. He knows the flaw in the argument. He's just pretending not to.
Is this fun for you? Messing with a trial?
Huh.
Well, I mean, this is where it gets fun for both me and the culprit. So, what's this talk about an antidote? We'll just say you misunderstood the whole thing, Shuichi. We all know you wouldn't lie.
Of course. I'm sorry. I was just misremembering.
So they're calling him out on it, but what was the purpose of doing that? I can't let Kokichi continue this line of questioning. It'll implicate Kaito. Why is Kokichi doing this? I have no choice. I have to call him on it.
But Kokichi, you're misremembering as well.
Oh, okay.
You were the one who told us about the warnings on the label.
Okay.
If you remember what was on that label, you'll see that your argument is flawed.
Didn't the label say if it was mixed with something, it won't work, but if you use it pure, then it would work? I think that's what it said.
What warnings? Was there something like that on the label?
Timbo Slice is here. He took me $1.30. He said, want to say, hope you have a great Father's Day. You and Jasper get some quality time together. Yeah, I'll be out for some of the day, but we're going to come home and spend some time with Jasper for sure tomorrow night. So, thank you for that. Timbo, you also have a good Father's Day tomorrow, no matter what you may be doing. Stay safe, my friend. Okay. Where are my headphones? They're right here. Right next to me. Is he still pretending not to know?
So what does that mean?
It means that Miu couldn't have been killed with poison. That's what I'm trying to say.
Why couldn't Miu have been killed with the poison? The poison is neutralized if it is mixed with anything, but it is still quite dangerous, and even a small amount will kill someone. It causes it causes subconjunctival hemorrhaging, making the victim's eyes bloodshot. What they're gonna argue is her eyes don't appear to be bloodshot. That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say her eyes didn't appear to be bloodshot, and therefore there's no evidence that she was poisoned. She died with her eyes open and agony, expression of agony on her face. See, it's weird because you can't clearly see her eyes in this shot. And nowhere is it actually explained anywhere what her eyes look like. So this is a huge assumption. This is an assumption that her eyes are not bloodshot, even though you have no clear-cut evidence that they are or aren't. You're assuming that they're not here, and that's kind of annoying. Admittedly, that's kind of annoying. But I guess that's what they're going to go for. They're going to say, oh, because her eyes aren't bloodshot, there's no way she got poisoned. So that's how I should have approached that first part of the trial, but I didn't understand that, so I couldn't call him out on the whole being poisoned controversy. Okay, that makes sense. Turtle says, one time they had donuts at work on Father's Day. I got some, my manager told me I wasn't a father, but firmly reminded him that I have 2 kids in Skyrim and they're a handful. Alrighty then. Very nice.